This is peak Inzaghi ball, where the centre back becomes the centre midfielder. The attacking midfielder roams between the lines, and the whole Man City press is bypassed. They have maintained the depth to pin the centre backs. The winger becomes the wide threat, while the far side winger made a crazy run, covering half of the pitch to create an additional option in City's backline. So let's break down how Inzaghi's tactical masterclass shocked Man City with their fluid attacks. City started the game with their usual high press, and whenever Al-Hilal were forced wide, they were playing into City's wide pressing trap. Though there was constant movement from the left midfielder, City committed to man marking, and Al-Hilal struggled in the early minutes. Soon the Saudi Arabian club found out they had to play through the half spaces. As City pressed in a 3-1 shape with just two centre midfielders, they were a bit slow to shift across the pitch to cover the half space. Also, the clever positional rotation between the right winger and attacking midfielder confused City's press. Savage's central position pins Gundogan and Malcolm inwards as Cancelo is maintaining the width. They have already created a pressing dilemma for City's left back as he is in a 2 vs 1. Gundogan will be late to close down the half space and the press is bypassed. Now City's left centre midfielder is drawn out of position and Inzaghi's attacking midfielder comes into action and releases winger. This build-up tactic was key for Al-Hilal's attacks. The basic idea is to bait City's wide players to press. Both Doku and Nauri were forced to press their players in both situations. Now the half space will be free and someone will occupy it. This will again force City to react, disrupting their shape further. Savage is totally free here because Inzaghi's attackers are pinning their backline deep. And it looks like Inzaghi has adapted the same Inter Milan tactics to shoot his Al-Hilal players. This one was quite interesting, as City were doing their typical counter press after losing the ball. See how Al-Hilal toyed with their press. The centre midfielder offers an immediate option for the wing back and they bypass the initial wave of pressure. As City continued their aggressive counter press, Al-Hilal easily beat it with their close positioning. We are seeing the left midfielder tucking inside to create those close connections. A typical triangle is formed and the whole City midfield is bypassed with it. Now the wide threat comes into action. Here interestingly, even the centre midfielder Cano is allowed to make a box crashing run so that attacks become unpredictable. Normally we see fullbacks making those runs as centre midfielders like Rodri will stay deep, but for Inzaghi it's not quite the same. Later City changed their pressing approach as the winger was asked to stay in the half space to cancel out the half space pass for the centre back. This is to force them wide and it seems City are in control now as the right wing back has nowhere to go. But here Al-Hilal surprised everyone with their technical quality. They have an elite wing back in Cancelo and he was able to play a brilliant pass to his centre midfielder who turned out to be the half space option. Now look at the backline. It's a 4 vs 4 and the centre back is actually isolated in a dangerous 1 vs 1. With just 2 passes, Al-Hilal is able to find their striker in a potential goal scoring situation. The same pattern was almost repeated for their first goal. It's Cancelo again and the situation is the same. This time he played it wide to create a 1v1 duel. Here it was a total mismatch in terms of quality, as City left back Nauri isn't that good defensively and he has to defend Inzaghi's dribbling winger Malcolm. Malcolm's technical quality dominated and Al-Hilal won the duel. Within seconds, the winger attacked the City's box while the wingback provided the width. Now we can see the same far side winger which we saw in the previous sequences coming inside to become a second striker. It's the same thing Inzaghi did at Inter Milan using his 2 strikers Thuram and Martinez. This double striker system created by inverting the wide attacker caused chaos in the backline and Al-Hilal scored from it. We are seeing prime Inzaghi ball here. Though there is a lot more to talk about Al-Hilal's defensive structure and their keepers' outstanding saves, I think their attacks were enough to show how Inzaghi's tactics outclassed Guardiola. If you loved the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more.